Hey y'all, let's talk for a moment about why The Mandalorian works. From a storytelling perspective, payoffs. I'm not just meaning when he gets the shiny new armor. I'm not even meaning all the little things they did to make the world feel lived in, the canonization of so many fan theories and in-jokes. What I mean is that every episode in Season 2 was necessary to the finale. While each episode contained its own adventure, they all intertwined in the end. It was a beautiful masterclass in buildups and payoffs. There's only one exception at first glance: the passenger. After all, while it did get Din Djarin to meet with Bo-Katan, and the damage to the ship did bring him back to Navarro in the siege, nothing physical was brought to the finale from this episode. However, it did bring something else, something even more crucial: motivation. People in this galaxy care for children. Pelimoto helps the Frog Lady almost immediately when she hears that her eggs were at risk. When Din becomes depressed and hopeless, it was the Frog Lady's plea for her children that caused Din to get back up again. Then, of course, there was the payoff of Trapper Wolf coming back to save Din from the spiders. This not only gives the first payoff to the prisoner episode, but it also brings home that same feeling of hope and honor, as Trapper gives all the reasons he should take Din into custody, but not only saves him, but lets him go free because of his heroic actions in that prior episode. That's the key to why The Mandalorian feels so good. There's hope in this story. On the other hand, the sequel trilogy was just dark and twined with darkness. The New Republic government and fleet were vaporized. The Resistance was brought down to next to nothing. Vader's sacrifice didn't work, and even after beating the Empire, there is no central government anymore. All our heroes died with their dreams in tatters and their life's work wasted. I'm reminded of Sam Houston's death during the Civil War. It was a hopeless, cynical slog of a trilogy. On the other hand, The Mandalorian shows that even in the seedy underbelly of the galaxy, people care. The Mandalorians prioritize protecting children over everything else. How did they show improvement on Navarro? They opened a school. When Boba Fett got his armor back and Din released him from his debt, Boba declared that he would help both out of honor and to protect the child. Boba Fett, the orphaned son of an orphan, refuses to let another child be orphaned on his watch. Then Cara Dune, Bo-Katan, and even Mayfield instantly agree to go along with Din when he says they have the kid. While Mayfield and Bo have their own motives for going along, they both stop arguing with Din the moment they hear of Grogu's plight. And let's not forget about Kuiil's ultimate sacrifice in the first season. All of this to save a child. The ending capped it off well. The thing is, the ending was obvious. As early as episode 2, people were saying there was no other way it could have ended. The child would have to end up in Luke's care and training. However, the ending felt earned. After a long struggle and overcoming countless odds, Grogu was saved by the heroes. Then, Luke proved himself worthy by battling the Dark Troopers. Din accepted Grogu as a son, and then let him go for his best interests, as any true father would. The Mandalorian ends up being the most optimistic out of all Star Wars properties since the Phantom Menace. because the majority of our characters have good, redeeming features. It's marred in the end only by the fact that we know what happens afterwards, due to the aforementioned cynical slog of a trilogy. In the end, it may be up to Ashoka to change the timeline and save young Grogu once again. May the Force be with you, and thanks for listening.